a cock. I didn't say suck my cock.
No, he did say a cock. Yeah, that's true.
I did say a cock. You can.
I thought we were getting specific, and we had Mark almost convinced.
All right. Are you recording there, Tyler?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Stream's live, so.
Oh, rad. Did we get all that suck a cock thing in there? Or?
We did. I'm pretty sure we got.
Excellent.
I think we've set up for explicit on YouTube.
If not, I'm totally happy to repeat and recap any penile discussion we need to have.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tay loves the cack.
Awful.
Just one that is in the trunk of a car right now, but we'll talk about that later.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, it's a little strange, not gonna lie.
He's a great guy. Let us launch into Scotch Sporting Blue Jays talk.
Pretty much exclusively.
So I think, how many of us were just hammed on Wednesday?
I was not drinking, but I acted like I was.
No drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so can me and Mark preface this whole talk with, we recorded a podcast immediately after the end of the game, and
it was a good lengthy one. It was about a half hour.
It was about a half hour, and I'm like, oh, Mark, that was great, cool, okay. So I clicked the little red X in the corner by accident, and then I panicked and said no. And obviously that window that came up said, "Are you sure? Don't you want to save?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And so our half-hour podcast.
Classic Taylor.
That's amazing.
You know what, though? I realized that the wrong microphone was recording anyways. It would have sounded like shit. So.
Like shit.
Well, I'm happy I didn't make it home in time, and I was also pretty banged up, so I don't think I would have contributed anything aside from a lot of slurring.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Since we
saw the picture I posted.
Let's talk about it since we haven't talked about.
Please tell me there was no CGI in that, and you were actually puking rainbows.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely no CGI. I was also talking about the
wine
suggested picture of me chugging the champagne as well.
Yes, the champagne.
Surprisingly, no one has photoshopped.
Well, hold on, let me get Photoshop open.
Maybe sometimes you serve up a meatball and people just...
They're like, it's too easy. You're making it too easy.
It's too easy.
Way too easy.
Because it was from above, and anyways, very Kim Kardashian sex tape. Let us talk about Blue Jays Game 5.
Game 5.
Where the hell were we all?
I was on my couch.
I was in a bar in Dundas called the Collins.
There's a bar in Dundas. Is it just a guy's house named Colin?
I do not know. I am not from Dundas. It was just down the street from where I work, so that was the main reason why I went there.
There are actually a couple bars in Dundas.
Yeah.
There's more than one bar in Dundas, Ontario?
Dundas, I believe there are 3.
There's at least 3. There's the Collins, the Winchester Arms, and the Thirsty Cactus that I know of.
Those are the ones I know of as well. So there are 3 bars.
Well, holy shit!
I know.
It's almost a real city.
Because in Dundas, there's pretty much only a couple things you can do.
Drunk and beat your wife.
Well,
and go to Shoppers and visit Mark.
That's right.
That was the second one, but sure.
A lot of people retire there. There's a lot of senior citizens, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Drunk senior citizens. Very pickled senior citizens. Tyler, where were you?
It's on Thursdays. Watch out.
Watch out for those seniors, man. I tells you.
Anyways, I was at the Collins with Ian, who is not a baseball fan, but decided to partake in this. So I brought him my Tulowitzki jersey to wear so that he would fit in. Yeah. And yet we were maybe one of 6 people in the entire place to actually have gear on.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I was quite disappointed.
Well, after the first 2 games of that series, I had my Jays gear on in Game 1 and Game 2 because I went to Game 2.
Yeah.
And they lost both. Mm-hmm. So I decided not to wear any Jays gear at all.
I did the same thing. I did exactly the same thing.
They won the next 3 games. Right. And I was like, all right.
I did the opposite. I didn't wear any gear for the first 2 games because I forgot.
So
for Game 3 and 4, I started wearing my gear, my Encarnacion shirt underneath, my and then my Kawasaki jersey.
Right.
And I stopped shaving. Hence this look right here.
Hence the playoff beard.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I like it.
You Asian, you can't call that a beard.
AC series.
What did I do?
Yeah.
The first game I watched at home, which is what I did for the first game of the first series. They lost.
Yeah.
And the second one I was at a wedding. which is last night, so I couldn't watch the game.
Okay, so
So it's my fault.
So your fault to blame for game 2.
Yes.
It's my fault to blame for game 1 because
Right.
I didn't have a chance. I was playing soccer.
Ah, okay.
So there's game 1 and 2, folks.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Game 3, I had no excuse. I do have plans to go to a friend's house to watch it, but it's at a friend's house, so I might have to change that to a bar situation.
So we need game 3.
I love sports superstition.
It's only.
I didn't wear any gear game 1 or 2 of this series, so guess what's happening tomorrow?
I will be doing exactly the same thing. I'm gonna try and ease back into it, and I'm just gonna wear a hat.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
What time's the game at tomorrow?
8 o'clock.
I thought it was 7.
7
7 tomorrow.
7
Okay.
tomorrow.
7 tomorrow.
And then
4
4
and 4.
Which is gonna suck because Tuesday I work, closes, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss that game.
you
There
can't
better
miss it.
be a
Wednesday I
motherfucking
will-
game 5 because
If-
I am going to game 5.
Me too.
We should meet up
All right.
in our non-gear.
And are not well. No. If
What do we do when we go to the game?
if
Gotta
I
wear the gear.
if I wear gear tomorrow and they win, I'm wearing gear on Wednesday.
Right.
But what if they lose tomorrow? What do we do?
I don't know.
Are we gonna go? Are we gonna be those assholes?
Hey.
Are we gonna be those assholes that show up to the Jays game in nothing?
And,
No,
and like,
Beige.
Switch jerseys. You have an Encarnacion. What do you have?
I got a Bautista jersey
Okay,
upstairs
there you go.
too.
You
So
switch to Bautista.
I have Russell Martin
Of course you do.
and
Jose Cruz, whatever.
Do you?
and I have Jose Cruz Jr.
Yeah, you switch to Jose Cruz.
yeah, if they don't win tomorrow, I don't know what I'm like. I'm
Naked.
scared. I'm scared if they don't win tomorrow.
That's when you throw
Absolutely
the hoodie
naked.
jacket on. You go full out.
Oh, on
Go online,
game,
buy some underwear, some boxers,
game
some socks.
game 2, I wore blue boxers, blue socks, blue jeans, my Encarnacion t-shirt, my Encarnacion jersey, and the hat and the hoodie I got on that last home game.
This is what we as fans attempt
Right, like-
to do to affect the game.
We have that
Jeez.
power.
We have that power.
It's only crazy if it doesn't work.
I gamed the game
3,
1.
We're all Denver stuff.
Ooh. How did Denver do?
No, they're undefeated.
They
barely-
just barely won today.
They won. They're no Seahawks. They hung on and won.
That was so sad. I would be less sad if it wasn't to Cam Newton.
Right.
So I can forgive him because good things happen to good-looking people, and I'm okay with that.
It's just
Another
the way the world
undefeated
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was the Thursday was the first playoff game. I wore a big baggy Batista t-shirt that I had, jersey. And then they shit the bed. And then I went to dodgeball that night and had like the first half of the game was the worst I've ever played in the history of me playing dodgeball. So I had a backup shirt and I just ripped it off mid-game and put a different shirt on
Nice.
and then started playing well.
Excellent. See, it's all superstition.
It's all superstition.
Yep.
The fandom superstition. I got my boyfriend sent me an article for the Chicago Cubs. I'm gonna mix up who hit the home run. Who's the fat young guy? Rendon? Is he a guy?
He's the closer.
No. Anyways, it was someone who
Probably
hit a
not
ball to clinch them winning and going on to the NLCS.
Yeah.
And the ball landed on top of
on the roof. Yeah.
and there was the debate of whether they should leave it there or not.
Yeah.
And I think they
Oh.
took it, and then they were like, "Oh God, put it back!
Put it back. You don't
Yeah.
touch that ball.
You do not fuck with that."
Yeah.
Don't touch that ball.
This is sports. I love this sports superstition.
Because I watched that when it happened, and he crushed that ball.
Yeah.
Like he destroyed that ball.
That's
That was a
big
good one.
boy, and he put all of his girth into that.
All of his.
I like
girth.
when I put all my girth into things.
You swing, and the belly swings a half step later.
That's right. It's great.
Look at that blubber fly.
Like that. Have you seen really fat cats with their belly swinging?
Right.
The little thing that hangs low. That was him when he swinged. Swinged.
Whoa.
Swung.
Swung.
Whoa.
Swinged.
Whoa.
So,
What?
are we scared about Kansas City?
Yes.
I am. Yes.
Mhm.
Were we scared before?
I was
No.
less scared than it now being down 0-2.
Because who was confident that they were going to win? Were any of us confident they were going to?
I,
think so.
I thought, to be honest, coming out of KC, I thought they were going to be 1-1.
Yep. Same.
Yeah. Same.
And 0-2 were a little.
0-2, I'm a little scared. because like Casey's a great team. I'm not gonna like it's you can't knock that. They're a great team.
Yeah, they're a small ball team.
Best team in the league.
Yeah,
People forget that. 95 wins.
And they won the ALCS last year.
Yep.
I have a really weird calf bruise I just noticed, and I don't know where it came from. It's very bizarre.
Not going there.
Anyways,
nope.
I missed a lot of the game yesterday. I missed
the whole game yesterday.
With saw the highlights with the sad Goins and leaving. Did they leave David Price in too long? Do you think?
See, okay.
Or is it just the bat's not answering? Like 3 runs isn't a lot.
3 runs isn't a lot, and
but he only gave up 1 hit.
I don't think
into the 7th.
Price, you can't blame. I know a lot of people are blaming Gibbons for leaving Price in too long. He retired 18 batters in a row.
Yeah,
you got to leave him in.
Yeah,
he's only at 70 pitches.
In Gibbons' defense, he probably attempted to get up and go get Price the inning before. It just takes him that long to sit up.
Right, because he's too busy.
So, there's a lot of people blaming Gibbons for it, and you can't blame Gibbons for that. Sure, Price had a bad inning. The defense didn't help him. The Goins Bautista miscommunication, I don't know what happened there. Who fucking cares? The ball dropped. It was 1 hit. It was a single.
Right.
Let's get out of it.
Yeah.
The next pitch or the next batter, there was a double play ball that Goins fucked up again. Like Goins could have been at second for the double play ball.
It was the 7th. It was the 7th inning, right?
It was the 7th inning.
It was exactly like the game 5 7th inning.
Seen weird things.
It was
the Texas Rangers.
It was the 7th inning that should never have happened, but it did. We got screwed, and we couldn't come back from it. That's all it was.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
They lost all momentum because of that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but they couldn't answer with more runs. I mean, 3 runs.
Well, especially when you go up against that Kansas City bullpen, it's lights out.
Oh yeah,
that's the problem because, like when we were down against the Rangers, we couldn't do anything against their bullpen.
Yeah.
So.
Until game 5.
Yeah. With the bat flip.
Well, it's okay.
Such an epic bat flip. Oh my!
Can we talk about that for a second? Because I obviously am physically incapable of getting a boner, but I think I felt whatever that must feel like.
I literally jumped onto my couch.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe
everyone jumped up. I was at the bar, and as soon as he made contact with that ball, I lost my shit.
You knew it. You knew it was gone as soon as you heard the crack of the bat. You knew it was gone.
And it's funny because the inning before that, I was telling Ian because all game long they were pitching away from Encarnacion. They walked him the first time, or intentionally walked him the first time, walked him the second time.
Yes.
And said, Ian, as soon as they start pitching him, he's gonna crank one. Watch.
Yeah.
And then in the 6th inning, at the bottom, as soon as he made contact with the ball, I again screamed.
Well, and his reaction was priceless too.
Yeah.
He was like, "Thank the fucking Lord."
Yeah. Finally, they pitched to me. I can hit a ball.
Yeah. So.
Mark, I picture you screaming like Ned Flanders.
No, I don't have that high pitched voice though. No, it's more of like a. Like I'll do a fist pump and like I was like jumping.
You know what? Like when
it's guttural. It's guttural.
He screams, it's very deep.
Yeah.
To be totally honest with you,
it's manly.
It's a manly.
It's a manly scream.
Yeah.
A masculine primal roar.
Watch sports with this guy. Even amateur sports.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what he picks a team and gets into it.
Yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah, he picks a side. It's all or nothing. even if it's if it's the Super Bowl and the 49ers aren't in it and there's not a team he doesn't hate. Like if there's 2 teams that he doesn't give a shit about, he'll pick one and like, oh my God.
And cheer for them harder than he cheers for the 49ers.
Like so I'm playing in a tournament on November 4th and November 7th and I might pay for your gas to drive to Toronto.
Be worth it.
If you are willing to sit on a bench and just lose your shit for my team.
I'll do that.
Oh my God.
Amazing. November 7th. Please put this. So for the
I can wear that you guys have.
I will make shirts.
Get him some gear. He'll wear the gear.
Yeah, some teams, my team doesn't have uniforms, some teams do, but I will make us get uniforms.
All right.
Is it okay if it's a girly tank
and just put on the back, just say super fan.
It's insane.
Face paint?
Yeah. It was like 2 years ago, and I showed up to Christian's girlfriend's soccer team.
Yeah,
it was like the championship game or something. It was the playoffs or some shit. And I showed up to get something from Christian, and Mark was there, and he was losing his shit.
Ref was being a douche.
Oh, I need you on refs too.
It was amazing. It was
Mark's gonna get asked to leave. Sir, you're causing a scene. Can you please leave?
These are 6-year-olds, sir.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. That's some Bush League fucking calls. Fuck you, ref.
This is Bush League.
I should bring you to my kids' soccer games.
Oh my god.
Bush League is my favorite thing to yell in like mid-game in amateur sports when people do something. Like when I'm playing, it's like, this is fucking Bush League.
Yeah, it is.
It's such a good.
It is.
Yes, it is. It literally is. This is house league.
Yeah.
It's a Bush League move. Yes, it is. I was at work, and we set up for Game 7 or Game 5, and like none of us left. So we have a big open concept office, and we kind of all set up our double monitors. I think you guys saw that picture we posted. I posted a Scotch Sporting, and no one. We all stayed at work.
Yeah, you can't break that.
Couldn't leave.
No, you can't leave.
Well, no one wanted to miss a second of it either.
I left work early.
So let me ask you guys this, because after Martin throws that ball and it hits Chu's hand, and that run scores, did any of you feel like that was going to be it?
I thought that was going to be it.
See, not for a second did I think that was going to be it. I'm like, there is no way that ball is going to be the difference.
No, you know what? I thought if they can't get out of this inning without any more damage, they'll be okay.
Right.
If this is gonna be the turning point of the game where shit hits the fan and they can't come back from it, they're done.
Right.
And I told you, Chris, during our podcast that should now be archived under Lost.
That's right.
The podcast
it's in the ether.
It's in the ether.
It's out there.
I was at the table with Ian and Larry, and they were just so despondent. And Ian, not being a baseball fan, probably on his 8th beer, was like saying kick the umpire in the nuts. He was getting belligerent. I'm like, wow, Ian, I haven't seen so passionate about baseball, because he's never been passionate about baseball.
You know what? He's an Englishman, and when we get a little
saucy,
a few brewskis in us,
because that's all it takes to get an Englishman drunk.
And we get passionate about whatever is on. Like we get Mark passionate about sports when we get a few beers.
Right.
In us.
I don't even need to get beers to be passionate about it.
Well,
but that's another story.
You're talking about the English here.
But I was telling Ian and Larry, I'm like, guys, don't worry. We'll come to the bottom of the inning. They'll hit a home run. All will be well. Don't worry.
No.
I thought that was gonna be it, because I thought that was it would just be a perfectly horrible, polarizing, and I was disgusted by it. And I was telling the people at work, and I'll tell you guys, do you remember the Super Bowl or Grey Cup when Saskatchewan won it, but then just kidding, they didn't because they had the 13th man?
And the 13th man. Yeah.
My dad was so viscerally angry at the sport of at the sport of football. And he was like, that is a disgusting way to end a Grey Cup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like he was just so angry with the Rough Riders for letting that happen.
It was spectacular.
I
am not in any way, shape, or form a Montreal Alouettes fan, but I fucking love that the Riders lost a game like that, because fuck all of their fans.
Well, now we have a different type of anger.
Yes. It ended up being the right call.
It is the right call.
It was the right call, but the issue was that he blew the call dead.
That was my issue, is that he's like, no.
People were...
Now.
Yeah. And you know what? And people were saying the umpire made the wrong call to begin with, but then he corrected his wrong call, which shouldn't have been allowed, because, hey, you blew the call, you blew the call already. Don't fix your wrong call.
Yes.
Well, someone said it was football. Like, he threw a flag, and then the other team captain comes up, and he was like, no, if you hadn't have done that, we would have scored a touchdown. Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, let me just pick up this flag.
That's the exact thing. Yeah.
And I mean, it was explained. I listened to all the pundits the next day talking about it, and it's so nice that it didn't become an issue, because the Blue Jays won anyways. But it was like, would...
there was no play. No, there's no play.
Probably not.
No.
if they had all realized it was a live ball right away, would they have thrown him out at home?
And it's hard to say, but like if Josh had been,
no, he had no play at that ball.
I don't know.
What I did like is in the post-game interview, they're asking the Rangers coach about it, or manager. I can't remember his fucking name now. Anyways, he's kind of a douche. But so they're asking him about it, and he says, you guys keep going on about this, but how about my player having the fucking heads up to actually realize what happened and run home? And that's a good point. Like, because, most guys are going to just be like, oh, the ball's over there. Oh, well, and, not even notice. But no, Odor noticed it and fucking ran home.
And Odor was a fucking thorn in the Blue Jays' side.
Yes.
Him and the Shields.
And as soon as the Shields got taken out in that game, I'm like, yes.
Did Lionel Shields got benched?
Yeah. Poor Elvis Andrews.
3 errors.
Did they get to him the second one too?
I don't know, but like there were like.
But he was in all 3 plays.
He was involved in all 3 plays.
So I know the first and third one definitely his errors.
Yeah.
But the second one, when Moreland threw it the first, it was a bad throw. It bounced on him.
Yeah.
So do we want to speculate on what we think is going to happen this round?
Well, the Jays were down 2-0 the first series, so they're down 2-0 again. So I'm fairly confident that we'll win the next 3.
Okay. Marks
and
and then what happens in the following 2?
I have no data to
I see.
Yeah, support that.
Jays in 7? Is that what you're saying?
6.
7.
Oh, there's the thumb there?
Yeah. And the Jays in 7.
Jays in 7?
7.
Tay?
Kansas in 7.
Whoa! Get off the podcast.
KC in 6, guys.
Okay, why are these two like? Just
end the Skype I'm just saying.
We're trying to jinx it.
Yeah. Shut up.
Shut up, guys.
Shut up, guys. We're trying to jinx it.
Now, does the Jays taking off the last week of the regular season now cost them the season? Do you think?
No.
No, because I think didn't we all looked it up, and I remember we had a podcast during the All-Star game about how much home field advantage actually affects the game.
Right.
And I don't think it does.
But I think that the Blue Jay, I think the Sky Dome is better for the Blue Jays hitters than whatever the fucking field is called in Kansas City.
Hoffman.
Yes. I think it's a better park to hit home runs in. And the Jays live or die by a home run. So
Hoffman Field's a fucking huge field.
No, it's like you hit the gapper, you win on doubles.
Right. But the Jays don't win on doubles.
They don't win on that. I know exactly.
So, I was listening to the radio today, and last playoffs in the MLB last year, the home team won 18 out of 14, 18 and 14.
Like the record was 18 and
14. That was like home teams won 18 times and lost 14 times.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. It really does. Like it's not like football.
And the Blue Jays,
13th man.
They only won 1 game at home in the first round. Yeah. So I mean, does it matter? Probably not. But I just think that the Rogers Center is a better park for them because they like to blast it into the seats.
Be a hitter's park, period.
Right.
Because Texas is also hitter's park.
Yeah.
Right. That's why they did well there.
And I will say this, the regular season series with the Kansas City Royals went to the Jays 4-3.
Yeah.
Right.
4 games at home, but 3 games on the road. See? Now it's flipped.
Well, like I said, I'm not as confident as I was going in.
Here's the thing, though. Kansas City's pitching staff starting rotation isn't as strong as the Jays. I will say that.
Okay.
So I would agree with you.
Against Soweto and whoever their 4th starter is.
I have faith in Stroman for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of faith.
I think the Blue Jays are also a very momentum. They're a very streaky team.
Right.
Big time.
And I think if they win tomorrow, I think they could win the next 3 after that, depending on what kind of game it is. If it's really, they're very up and down and very streaky, and usually the peaks have been longer than the valleys.
Well, since the trade or the Tulowitzki trade, they haven't lost 3 in a row.
True.
Where does this stuff live inside of you, and what have you forgotten to make room for this?
Girls.
Hey, at least he knows.
That is probably the best answer.
Do we still have the Price is Right sound?
That is the
We
best
need to bring our
answer.
soundboard back.
You want the soundboard back?
Yeah. And I want drops of stupid things that we say repeated over and over again.
Clip that.
Yeah, can we clip that too? Yeah, how do we feel about the Blue Jays bullpen and Loop and Teppanyaki and that's how I feel about Loop.
Only one left-hander.
We have one left-hander and it's Loop.
Yeah, and it's Loop.
Oh, and he shit the bed yesterday. Oh
Sure
my
did.
god.
Surprise.
I was yelling. I was pulling a mark at my TV last night. I was yelling at my TV.
Did you have one beer and were Englishmen drunk?
No, I didn't. How many beers did I have?
Uh-oh.
1 billion.
Bravo. No, you know what? I didn't have a single drop of alcohol last night.
Oh, boy.
What?
Did you recently convert to Mormonism?
No.
Oh, there we go.
That's beer number 3 tonight, and this was beer number 2.
Oh, there you go. Fancy.
How fancy.
It's just a big bottle, that's all.
But what do we like? How about Teppanyaki in the bullpen instead of Burley for this series?
Yeah, he means Tapera.
Tapera, you mean?
Yeah, tempura.
Tempura. Oh, man. Hey, Mark, let's go for sushi.
I know. I just had it, actually.
You motherfucker.
Ooh, son of a beach.
Like, do you think it was even a discussion about Burley to have as another left-hander?
You know what? Probably not.
It was just like, you're done. You're old and fat and done.
I don't know. I think they would have asked him. I would have hoped that they've talked to him at least.
Say no? Was he like, I'm fat?
Well, sorry, what was that?
Oh, sorry. I don't feel I'm ready to pitch in the postseason.
Oh, okay. You know what? I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like such a weird move, especially because they haven't put Tapera in at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but now is it like, are they going to stick David Price in the bullpen?
Maybe.
I don't know.
They can't do that if they want him to start. That's the problem.
Well, they had an off day today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're playing tomorrow, and it's going to be Stroman.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be Dickey.
Yeah.
And then Estrada
Yeah.
again.
If they keep going with the rotation,
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess, and then maybe would they? Then there would be an off day before they go back to Kansas City.
Right.
I think if they do end up being like, if they go down 3 games to whatever, and the potential to lose is there, and
then that's when
you throw him in the bullpen.
And that's when Price goes into the bullpen.
Yeah.
Like, say they win tomorrow with Stroman, and Dickey again. The Dickey situation. They need it. They're down, and I don't know.
Oh yeah, we talked about the Dickey situation last podcast about how maybe there wasn't a situation.
Yeah.
And they kind of pulled him a little early.
They pulled him way too early.
Way too early.
So does David Price just choke? What's wrong with him? Is this just a very small sample size?
I don't know if
It's not a very small sample size.
He's
because
0-7.
This is his start. Yeah.
He's 0-7 in the postseason.
With an ERA well above 5.
Yeah, 5.4 or something.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, WTF? What happens?
So, if this is the case, do we care if he stays?
I think
honestly,
you know what? Well, okay.
Well, you need him for the regular season.
You need him for
regardless.
you need him for the regular season for sure.
To get to the playoffs.
He's a star in the regular season.
Yeah.
Okay, but is there another option out there?
Cole Hamels.
Ricky's going to test the free agent waters. He's optioning out of his contract.
He's saying fuck you to a 3 year, 3 years on his contract.
$1 million left on his contract. He's optioning out.
So he's looking for more. So the Blue Jays aren't going to be able to afford that.
For sure. He'll get it too.
I think if they win one of the next 2 games, and Estrada comes in for game 5, and they need it.
No, if at game 5 they'd be 2-2, it'll be all right. Oh, I'm just thinking.
I said if they go 1-1.
Yeah.
If that happens, Price is in the bullpen.
Well, if they go down 3-0.
And Stroman starts game 5.
So basically, they lose one more game.
Starts game 6. Sorry.
They lose one more game.
Then Price in the bullpen.
Price is in the bullpen if they lose one more game. Before they tie the series.
I like this. Interesting prognosticating.
Mm-hmm.
So he's that much of a liability as a starter. He's and that good in the bullpen.
So he is.
He's proving
His
it.
two wins. His 2 career playoff wins came as a relief appearance.
And somewhere, some fact about some woman that Mark is trying to romance
it's gone
out of his brain. It's just gone. When's her birthday?
He doesn't even remember her name now.
I want to say Jessica.
Well, Chris, you know I remember names given our epic De Niro games.
Right. Yeah, you remember all the actresses' names.
Yeah.
Boobs.
Boobs.
That's Tits McGee.